We are going to discuss 9.5 sine, cosine, tangent graph. First of all, I'd like to bring your attention before start a normal graph. So this is x and this is x square. So if I ask a question, what is the behavior of this is x axis, this is x square axis. So this is independent variable and x square is the dependent variable, dependent axis. So now, so what is the behavior of x? Behavior of x square when x is varying. We know that the behavior of x is this kind of graph. Sometime you will give name to this x square as y, and you will tell that this is y axis as well. But we don't need names. So this is x square axis. So this is x and this is x square. We know that graph is an infinite number of points. So how do you write this coordinate of this point? Okay, let me tell this is x1. X value is now x1. What is uh, the other value? x square x square axis value. That is going to be x1 square. If I took this one, this is x2. What is this coordinate? So x2 and x2 square. Same as you can get another one, x and x plus 2 axis. So you may get this kind of behavior. When x is changing, the behavior of x plus 2 is this one. If you pick up this point, what is this coordinate of this one? Let's say x1. This point going to be x1 and x1 plus 2. If you pick up this point x2, then the coordinate of this one is x2 and x2 plus 2. If you want, you can name this as y, and you can name this as a y-axis, and then you can tell this is y equal x plus 2 line, but not necessary. So this is how the x plus 2 behave when x is varying. So likewise, if this is 5, the coordinate of this one is 5 and 5 square. Likewise, coordinate of this one is -1, then x equal -1 and -1 plus 2. X plus 2 coordinate is -1 plus 2 for -1. Likewise, if I take this is x, and if I take this is sine x, how this sine x behave when x is varying? You know, sine is a ratio. How this ratio is varying when x is varying? In other way, if I take this point x1 and let's say the coordinate is here, so what is this coordinate? x1 and sine x1. If I take another coordinate here, Let's say this value is x2. Then this is x2 and sine for x2 value. Let's say x1 is 60. Then coordinate of this point. Let's say the point is going to be here. So then this is 60 and sine 60. Now we know that we need a coordinates to draw a graph. Now my plan is to find the behavior of sine. Behavior of sine. So I will take this is 30, another 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, right? So, and 0. We'll find now the points. Okay, this is x equal 30 line. Then what is the coordinate now we want to look at? When x equal 30, we want sine 30. How do you find the sine 30 value now? Sine 30 you can find two ways. One is when you type sine in the calculator, you will open like this and type 30 and close the bracket, and when you press enter you will get half. Then you know 30 and half 1 point. So then this is this is sine x equal half line. This is sine x equal half line. Sometime you can name this as y equals sine x, but it's up to you. But I like to stay with the original sine x. Now we know that behavior of x, behavior of sine when x is varying. That is the meaning of that. When x is varying, when temperature is increasing, what will happen to volume? Likewise, when this uh, angle size is increasing, what will happen to sine ratio? 30, 60, 90. So those are angle 30, then another one is 60, another angle is 90. Okay, I will write in degrees as well. 30, sine 30, 30. And that value is half. So this point is going to be now, I know the coordinate of this point, that is right here, 30 and half. So I have 1 point. Another point. Okay, sine 30, as I said, you can find the by typing in the computer, or you have to evaluate it. Then you have a ruler and a protractor. So then you have to draw a line and then draw a 30 degrees angle and complete a right angle triangle and measure this height from a ruler, let's say A, and measure this length from a ruler, let's say B, Then when you A divided by B, when you do when you draw this one according to a scale, you will see that A divided by B value is going to be half. You can do either way. Either type in the calculator, or you can do a drawing. Draw a line and then make 30 degrees angle and make any right angle with any size. And then when you divide this height and this height, sorry, uh, I'm wrong here, because sine mean what are the ratio? E and this length. I will take this length is B. So this length is B. Now when you divide A and B, you will get answer as half. Sine ratio mean opposite divided by hypotenuse. So you can work like this as well. So we'll find another value. Let's say 90. So this is 90 degrees line. X equal 90 degrees. When x equal 90, what is sine 90? When you type, you can see sine 90 is going to be 1. So what is this line? Sine x equal 1 line. Sine x value is 1 here. So this is the point. And now let's look at another point. 180 degrees. Then sine 180. Can you check from the calculator? It is going to be sine 180 is 0. It means this is on this one. This is 180 0 point. So then what is this line actually? This line is sine x equals 0 line. If this is y, you will tell this is y equal 1, y equal half, y equal 0. Likewise, I don't want to write with y. So now you will see that you can find some coordinates and you can draw this. When you merge these dots, you will see this kind of graph up to here. So likewise, so I extend this one 180, 270, 360. So we work out 0 sine 0, 0, 0, 0 sine 30, which is going to be 0 and half here. And then 0 sine 90, which is 0 and 1 here. And then 180, this is 0 and 0 again. So likewise, if you look at this one, 0, 270, this is going to be 0, minus 1, and 0, 360, again 0, 0. Likewise, this point and this point. So you will see a graph like this. So we plot some dot lines, coordinates. Right? We plot some coordinates on this line, and we draw the graph. So now you will see that when angle is increasing, how the sine behave. So sine behave like this. And good thing is sine behave. So this is the pattern. There is no more pattern. So the repetition of this pattern you can see. Basically, when we go to minus angle, minus 180, so this pattern continue from here to here. And then this one continue again here to here. So when it is increasing, this pattern is continuing. I draw the graph again. This is x and this is sine and what? X. This is sine x behavior. So we got one coordinate is this one, 90 mean 100. So we got like this. And we come up to here, 270. When 270 minus 1 and 90 plus 1 graph behaving in between minus 1 and plus 1, and this is going to be 360. So this is the only pattern continuing. Now again you will see this from here to here. Like this. This is 720. And same as from minus 360 to still the same pattern. Still the same pattern is continuing like this. Now let me ask a question. Between 0 and 180 x value, what you can tell about sine value? Is it positive or negative? 0 to 180 here. What you can tell about the sine behavior? Sine behavior is sine x mean this height is they are all positive. How about 180 to 360? What you can tell from 180 to 360? It has a negative values, right? Sine values is going to be, this is positive and this is going to be negative. How about again 360 to 540? 360, 180, yes, 540. So 360 to 540, if we sine is, you can see positive. So it will help. For example, I'll write the answer. Sine 186 is 1 over 3. Now this answer is wrong. Why? Because 186 should be a negative value. Hmm? So why it can't be a positive value. So then this is wrong. So this is the sense you can take. Now, how do you draw a sine graph basically? Eh, you can simply, if you know these values 0 0, when x value is 0, what is sine 0? Sine 0 is sine 0. It means 0, sine 0 is 0. So this is another one. And another point, when x is 90 degrees, what is sine 90? It means that coordinate is 90, sine 90 is 1, this point. Then another point, 180, sine 180, which is 180, 0, again this point. Then other 2 points, this one, when 270, 270, what is sine 270, which is 0 minus 1. So this is the one, this is minus 1. And the other point, 360 sine 360, which is 0, 0 again. Now, when you draw like this, then you can continue like that. But the similar distance makes sure that this distance is 90, 90, 90, 90. So that's how you can easily draw this graph. If you want, you can take this is y equals sine x. Also, sometimes you may get if this is it is theta because it's an angle. So then this is going to be a theta. That's all. So you are looking for a behavior of sine when theta is increasing or when the angle is increasing. Summary is what will happen when the size is increasing, angle is increasing to sine. That's all. It's not theta and sine theta. It is the size of the angle and the behavior of sine. Now we'll find the behavior of when x is increasing. What will happen to cos ratio? How cos behave? When there are sweets, when children eat sweets, they behave badly, they will become hyper. Likewise, when x is increasing or decreasing, what will happen to cos ratio? So we'll find some points. So when this value is 0, then what is cos 0? We need a coordinate. 0, cos 0, when you type from the calculator, you will get that is 1. So this is 0, 1. So I found out one coordinate. Then 90. What is cos 90? So 90, when you type cos 90, you will get that is 0 from the calculator. So then, what is the 90 0 point? This one. So this line is cos x is 1. This is cos x is 0. And so this point is 0, 1. Sorry, wrong. This point 0, 1. And this point we found out 90, 0. Now another point 180. What is cos 180? So 180, if you can find from the calculator, is going to be minus 1. So this is cos x equal minus 1 line. So it is here. So this point is here. Then 270. Cos 270. Cos 270 is going to be 0. It is here again. and then 360 cos 360 360 cos 360 is when you type cos and then you write 360, close the bracket and enter. What is the value you will get? You will get 1. So this is 0, 360 and 1. So now when you draw this one, you can get this kind of pattern. Can you remember the sine pattern? Sine pattern is this. So this is sine pattern. So what is the cos pattern? So sine will start with here, but cos start with 1. And this pattern will continue. Same pattern. So likewise to the left as well. Now basically how do you keep this in your mind easily? You can see that sine also have the same pattern basically in a, when you consider everything. And cos also have the same pattern. But only problem is the starting point is different. When you look at this one, sine start from 0 and cos start from 1. Now, how do you draw sine and cos in 1? So, sine start, see the boundaries. So, sine start from 0, 0 and continue pattern. So, keep the 90 gap and one is up, other one is down, other one go 0, 0 and other one is down and up, go 0, 0 and like this. So this value is plus 1 and minus 1. So sine 90 is plus 1, sine 270 is minus 1. This is sine graph. So likewise it will continue like this. How do you do the cos graph? Cos mean starting from here. It is sine start from here. This is sine x graph, sine x behave. This is the cos. you can see that it is just a shifting. It is just a shift. Now, if you shift 90 degrees to right or left, the curve sine graph, then you will get a cos graph, vice versa. This is sine graph. If you take to left 90 degrees, then it will overlap with this graph. Or if you bring this cos graph, green graph, cos x, you take right 90, then again it will match with the 90. What are the other observation you can look at? You can see that this is sine graph actually. So sine 90 equal 1. Sine 450 equal also 1. Then 90 plus 360, which is 450. Sine 810 also 1. Likewise, it will continue up to infinity. When you look at cos graph, cos 0 is 1. What else 1? Cos 360 also 1. Then what is the next one? 360 plus 60, 720 also 1. Then likewise you can, so those are the observation. Also across, you can see this um, sine graph, sine 90. What is sine 90 value is 1. And also that is equal to cos 0. Sine 90 also 1, cos 0 also 1. So those are the similarities. So basically you can write sine 90 minus 30 equal 90 minus theta equal cos theta. In other way, sine 90 minus theta value, let's say star, the same value is going to be cos theta. Or I will take x, since we are working with x. Sine 90 minus x, same value is cos x. In other way, if we draw uh, x and sine 90 minus x graph, so this graph, and if you draw x and cos x graph, the graph is both going to be same, like this, and this is also it's going to be same. In here, let's consider x is 60, then sine 90 minus 60, 90 minus 60 is 30, sine 30 equal, what is sine 30 from the calculator? Half. And x is 60, what is this one? Can you check the cos 60 value? Cos 60 also half. Sine 30 also half, cos 60 also half. Hence sine 90 minus x equal cos x. If I put x equal 90 minus x, what will happen? Instead of x, if I put 90 minus x, so then sine 90 minus, this is going to be 90 minus x, and this is going to be cos 90 minus x. Then sine 90 minus 90 plus x equal cos 90 minus x. It means 90 to cancel out. Sine x equal cos 90 minus x. That's a good thing, right? Uh, Sine 90 minus x is cos x. From here you found out cos 90 minus x is what? Sin x. So I use same relation sine 90 minus x equal cos x. Sine 90 minus x cos x relationship. So I instead of x I put 90 minus x. Then I derive this one, which is cos 90 minus x equals sine x. Cos 90 minus x equal sine x. What is the meaning of another way? If you draw two graph x, this one is cos x, sorry, sine x, and this one is cos 90 minus x. So this both graph is going to be same. Not sine x and cos x. Sine x and cos 90 minus x is going to be the same graph. Again, this is a good learning. Sine 90 minus theta, what is you can write cos theta, and cos 90 minus theta you can write what, sine theta. Then my question is, tan 90 minus theta is what? Tan 90 minus theta we can write sine 90 minus theta divided by cos 90 minus theta. Hope you know that tan alpha mean sine alpha divided by cos alpha. You should know that. That's why I wrote like this. If you don't know, I'll just show quickly. This is a right angle triangle. I'll take this is alpha and this is AB and this is H hypotenuse. Now, what is sine alpha? Sine alpha equal mean B over H. Cos alpha is A over H. Tan alpha is B over A. Now I want to show that tan alpha equal sine alpha divided by cos alpha. Now, what is sine alpha? So I will find sine alpha divided by cos alpha. Sine alpha divided by cos alpha. Like this. Sine alpha equal B over H. So divide by cos alpha both sides. This is A over H. Now, when you simplify this one, B over H multiply by A over H, division mean this is division. B over H divided by A over H mean multiply by H over A. So this is cancel out B over A. So B over A is what? Tan alpha. Sin alpha when you cos alpha divided by sin alpha when you divide by cos alpha, still you get B over A. B over A is which is tan alpha. So the conclusion is sin alpha divided by cos alpha is tan alpha. In other way, tan alpha you can write sin alpha divided by cos alpha. Likewise, tan theta you can write sin theta divided by cos theta. Tan 45 you can divide sin 45 divided by cos 45. Likewise, tan 90 minus theta you can write sin 90 theta divided by cos 90 minus theta. So this is equal. What is sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. What is cos 90 minus theta? Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. It means cos theta divided by sin theta mean cot theta. So tan 90 minus theta equal cot theta. So this is another. This is first, second, and third. In other way, sin theta sin x divided by cos x, what is the answer? Tan x. And cos x divided by sin x, which is cot x. So this is for your general knowledge. And in other way, we can write 1 over tan x equal cot x. The proof is 1 over sin x over cos x, tan x mean, which is cos x over sin x, which is cot x. So this is the proof. So many information I have thrown into your brain now. So we'll keep this one aside. I will just revise something. Or you know what is sin x? You know what is sin theta? You know what is cos theta? You know what is tan theta? Now, do you know what is 1 over sin theta? 1 over sin theta called cosec theta. What is 1 over cos theta? 1 over cos theta is called sec theta. What is 1 over tan theta? 1 over tan theta is cot theta. So, you know what is sine ratio? The sine ratio is in this triangle, if this is theta, if you take this is A, B, H, then we know that sine theta means A over H. Cos theta mean B over H. Tan theta mean A over B. Now, cosec theta mean what? 1 over sin theta. 1 over sin theta. Sin mean what? A over H. A over H simplify. 1 divided by A over H become H over A. 1 divided by A over H. 1 divided by A over H. 1 multiply by H over A. Right? So then H over A. What is this one? Same as this is H over B. And this is what will happen. Tan theta mean A over B. It means 1 over tan theta. 1 over tan theta mean A over B, which is become B over A. If I ask a question now, what is cosec theta? Cosec theta you can answer 1 over sin theta. Or what is cosec theta? Cosec theta mean opposite of sine mean A divided by H. Then cosec theta mean what? H divided by A. Then I am asking again, what is sec theta? SCC sec theta. Sec theta mean 1 over cos theta. Or in other way, B divided by H. Sorry, H divided by B. Then what is tan theta? Sorry, cot theta. Cot theta is 1 over tan theta. Or B divided by A. Now we'll back to this one again. Sine 90 minus theta equal cos theta. So this is, you can use this equation. Cos 90 minus theta sin theta, or tan 90 minus theta equal cot theta. In other way, cos theta and sin 90 minus theta have the same graph. Sin theta and cos 90 minus theta has the same graph. Cot theta and tan 90 minus theta have the same graph. Now we discuss about behavior of sine, behavior of cosine, and relationship, and we'll come found out this kind of one, and we work a lot. And now the last one, tangent graph. Now we are going to look at when x is increasing, the behavior of tan, how the tan behave. Let's start drawing with tangent graph now. This is the standard coordinate x and tan x. We work with earlier uh, x and sine x, then cos graph x cos x, then x and sine 90 minus x, x and cos 90 minus x. We didn't do those graphs, but we did those two graphs. And now x and tan x. Oh, x and tan mean what? Sine x over cos x. That is also right. We'll take one coordinate here. When x equals 0, x equals 0, what is tan 0? Tan 0 means sine 0 divided by cos 0. What is sine 0 now? You can find from the calculator, or you know that sine graph is go from here, from this place. Sine 0 is 0. And cos is going from here. Cos 0 is 1. So what is the answer? 0 divided by 0. It means this is 1 point. Now x equal 45. So one coordinate is here, 0, 0. X equal for tan 45 now. It means sine 45 divided by cos 45. Sine 45 means 1 over square root 2. Cos 45 also 1 over square root 2, which is 1. So this is 0 and 1. So this is one coordinate I found out, 1. And x equal 90. So this is 45, not 45 and 1. Now x equal 90. Tan 90. Tan 90 means sine 90 divided by cos 90. Sine 90 is, you can remember the graph, it is going to be 1. Cos 90 is what? 0. 1 divided by 0 is infinity. That's a big issue. For x equal 90 value, the answer is infinity. Then what is your conclusion? We did in the graph, x equal 90 is a asymptotes. That's why we draw like this. Then if sine 90 is asymptotic, you will see that when x equal 270, tan 270 also asymptotic. 90, and then add another 180 and another 180 minus another 180 minus 90. They all are going to asymptotes now. Then this graph, if you draw, it's going to be something like this. It's going through, so tan 180 is 0. So this is the behavior of this graph, like this, and it's going like this. So this is the behavior of the graph. Now how do you draw a triangle graph? So you do x-axis, then tan x-axis, and then asymptotic 90, 90 plus 180, So 90. So this is 90 and this is 180. When you add, this is the asymptote x equal 90, x equal 270, and 270 plus 180, 8 plus 7 is 5, and so 450, 450. So those are asymptote, and the graph going so 0, 0, then 90 minus 180, which is minus 90. So x equal minus 90. Those all are asymptote. The graph goes with 0, 0. And this is 180. So likewise. Now you know how to draw a tan graph. Before I finish, so we know what is sine x, cos x, now tan x, and cosec x, sec x, and cot x. Twice revise you again. Cosec x mean 1 over sine x. I cross multiply this one. And I can write sine x mean what? 1 over cosec x. I just cross multiply. Sine bring up, cosec down. Sine x mean what? 1 over cosec x. Cosec x mean 1 over sine x. The proof. I'll start with this side. Right hand side equal 1 over cosec x. 1 over cosec mean, by definition we know cosec x mean 1 over sine x. So 1 divide by, it means 1 divide by 1 over sine x. It means 1 multiply by sine x over 1, which is sine x, which is left hand side. Same as, what is sec x? Sec x means 1 over cos x. In other way, cos x means cross multiply 1 over sec x. That is also right. So same way I can give the proof. You can give proof now. Likewise, what is cot x? Cot x mean 1 over tan x. So this is, you should know 100%. Cosec x mean 1 over sin x. Sec x mean 1 over cosec x. If you see 1 over cos x, then you have to write sec x. If you see 1 over sin x, you have to write sec x. But we don't usually use. But if you see 1 over sec x, we can write cos x as well. Likewise, cross multiply tan x mean 1 over cot x. But don't get confused with this one. Just forget this one. Always keep in your brain. Right? Sine cos tan and 1 and cosec mean 1 over sine. Sec mean 1 over cos x. Cot x mean 1 over tan x. In terms of sine x and cos x, which is going to be cos x over sine x. This is also right. 1 over tan x mean cos x over sine x. I can show if you want. 1 over tan x mean sine x over cos x. 1 divided by sine x over cos x mean 1 multiplied by cos x over sine x, which is this one. Right? I summarize further: sine x, cos x, tan x. Cosec x you know 1 over sin x, sec x you know 1 over cos x, cot x you know either 1 over tan x or in terms of cos x divided by sin x. Tan x you know sin x divided by cos x, opposite of this one, cos x divided by sin x.